So I'm trying to record this because I'm going to forget it if I don't. I bought a water distiller. A pretty nice one. Kind of old though. And he sent me all this information and what to do. And I got to assemble it. So I got to record this information because if I don't, I'll forget. And this was sent by my friend to check out. This is a different model than what I got, but let's see if I can get back to this. But he was just proving that they're around. He went on Craigslist. This is more local to where I am. So this guy's selling 2 of them. So there's a lot of water distillers. That Pure Water Society is the kind I got. So let's look at this. Let's look at this video he sent. Hold on, was there anything else I need to see here? Yeah. Okay, so let's look at this video the guy sent. Because once I lose access to this video, I'm screwed. Unless I make a copy.
Alright, I got this operating in my garage here. It's not an auto mode, this is disabled here.
Let's turn way up and start over.
Refrigerator ice maker thing. The fans, right. Alright, I got this operating in my garage here. It's not an auto mode, this is disabled here. The, ice machine, refrigerator ice maker thing. The fans right there running. There's a switch for it right here, the on-off. You can run it without the fan, but that just seems silly to me. You can hear it boiling. There's the water being produced. I tested it with a TDS tester. This is a really dirty bucket. I don't know what this is going to produce here. This is probably going to be bad. Well, 9. It's unexpectedly good, actually. There's dirt in there and everything, but I guess it's just diluting it out. Now, this thing right here, if you use a valve here, which there is no valve, this is set up for as you talk to the pump system. If you use a valve here and shut it off, just to, I can't remember what to call it. I think this is 1/2 inch size. I can't remember the exact numbers. But if you put a valve back on, which I can't find my original one, then this shows you the water line. And when it reaches a certain point, there's a thing in here that trips it and shuts it off. I'm going to show you that.
TDS is a total dissolved solids.
Magnetic. Yep, there, it turns off. Whenever this fluids. I got it all messed up. I can't really fix it right now easily. And with this configuration, it doesn't need it. It just, it's just flowing out. But if you want to use the bottom tank, probably needs a little cleaning there. There's a little bit of corrosion on some of the screw heads here. And here's the tank boiling away. It's hot. Steam coming out. It's back because it's. Woo. And, centric right. Let me see, I've got a flashlight here. You can see boiling away. Now you use this little mark here, this little thing, and you fill it up to that point for the timer mode. It is the float for the auto mode. Shut this off. Timer off auto, and it'll stop dripping eventually here. And then this is how you get the brine out. Occasionally you have to do this. You just put some really hot water out here, unless it's cooled off after the timer's off. And I think I mentioned it in my earlier message, there is a lot of buildup in here on the very bottom layer. It's kind of hard to show it here, and it's too hot for me to reach my hand in there, but maybe in the back you can kind of see a little bit of there's the heating element that's been changed. But right back in the back there, you can kind of see where it's like a little bit of a coating there. I should do it this way because that's tilted. And I really need to let it be cooler. But yeah, it's kind of hard to show, but there is a brine buildup. But it's stainless steel, so it's not so much a corrosion thing as a, I don't know how to explain it. When you use a distiller, you get a buildup of whatever's in the water, because it has to go somewhere, and some of it washes out the drain. There it is. And it's probably fogging up the camera, but there's a drain over there that comes out here. And then down this tube into a bucket or drain or whatever. But you could scrape this with a scraper. I do that every once in a while, but just want to warn you that's the status there. The fans, I use the original fan blade. There's some plastic ones that they sell, but I like the metal one better.
Me too.
But it's a new motor. What else is new? The heating element's new. I mean, not completely new. It's recently been changed. As far as usage, there was something else I did change to, and I cannot think what it is. And there's some stains, like here's a drip stain from the water was dripping out here. So I think there's a wheel wheel rust on this as well. A little bit of, I don't know what to call it. It's stainless steel, so like it doesn't. It's like pit rusts, I guess. I don't know what to call it. But it's functioning. What is this?
Yeah, the important thing.
New. So here's the reset button. If you run it without water, then it'll trip this thing, the thermal thing. The model here, M5D Aqua still. You can read the manuals or whatever, but I also had some screws somewhere, some of the spare screws, because I've taken this apart, but I don't see them handy. I think there might be in the van for the pieces there, but well, anyways, just wanted to, so to take it apart, that's one of the things I want to show. To take it apart, to ship it, I think I have to take this tube off right here, and that'll have to come out at this spot right here, so it'll like slide out or something. If I can touch now, it's hot. And then I think I have to take these 8 bolts off, 4 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these legs and this tank should be separate from the top. And so to reassemble it would just be these 8 bolts. If you want, put newer ones on that are a little bit less rust or pitting, then you could do that at that point. And this just lifts up. It's not hot. You can see that pin right out. There, up. Ouch.
Sorry, dude.
There. So I think the best way to ship it is to take it apart just by lifting those off. Take these 8 screws out. Take this piece that comes up to here, right there, off, and I have to cushion these, screws and switches and all the stuff in the bottom somehow. I'll probably take part of this piece off back here, this brass autofill, and the tank be fine. Oh, I'd have to take this magnet thing off too. I just unclips like that. You have to put it back on correctly and test it. But, you know, it just comes off like that. So it should go back together pretty easily. Let's see, it would be just 8 screws. When you have to carry it too, you have to be careful for this. I'll show you how, you know, if you don't carry it right. It's got the rollers, but if you're carrying up and down steps or something like that, that's one of the reasons I want to disassemble it, because it does this if you're carrying it incorrectly. You see how that lifts out, but if you carry it like this, no issue, because you're lifting up your tank. Let's see, I don't really think there's anything else. I mean, here's the serial number and the part number and the whatever. So just, you know, want you to see what, you know, I don't know, what I have to do to this, to ship it. You know, a person could buy a new one of these things, but from what I remember, they were not cheap. The parts for this are, you know, really not cheap. If you go and look up the model number and just look at the parts stuff, you'll see what I'm talking about real quick. But anyways, I just wanted to try to do at least a little preview of it and how it works and it functioning in timer mode. I didn't fill it up quite to that line, but you know, I filled it up enough that I knew it was safe. Because basically, if you expose those elements to air, they snap. That's why I'd replace the elements. So the timer prevents that. You just use this little dial here. So that would be what it would reach if it was finished. But to start it, you would go, well, here. I'll just show you how you start it, basically. I got a flashlight in my mouth, so it doesn't help, but... That's right, magnet. Forgot about that part. So normally it's like this in timer mode. Timer and then off because it finished. You fill it up with water and then you go like this. And then you set the length of time you want for the amount of water. Now if this bottom tank fills, it'll just shut off. That's that whole flow mechanism. Like that. So hard to show. Alright, I got this operating in my garage here. It's not an auto mode. This is disabled here. The, you know, ice machine, refrigerator, ice maker thing. The fan's right there running. There's a switch for it right here, the on-off. You can run it without the fan, but that just seems silly to me. You can hear it boiling. There's the water being produced. I tested it with a TDS tester. This is a really dirty bucket. I don't know what this is going to produce here. This is probably going to be bad. Well, 9. It's unexpectedly good, actually. It's dirt in there and everything, but...
So I think the video just reset. So that's a video. And let me see if I can find the actual purchase. So we see the video, the pictures of that. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So that's what I paid, and this is the shipping. So let's look at the pictures of this thing. What lettuce? We just got to deal with this. It doesn't have a blow in that picture. So the Pure Water Society, I looked them up, they're still around. That's a pretty good company. They're around still. Condition is working. So I paid pretty much. I paid for it, and then double that was the shipping about. So that's the only pictures I have. I think he said it was about 10 gallons, distilled water total. I'm going to have to get a total dissolved solid TDS meter, and I have to learn about distilling water. So I wanted to show you the Pure Water Society. Yeah. So they're still around, and this is what they do. The coolest thing about it, though, is they have distillers for sale. Modern ones, of course, and they're made in USA, and this guy's famous. Steam distillation. This is probably what I need to do, have it distilled into a glass jar. And so I think yeah, you can buy the distiller parts and stuff here. The stands. Somewhere around here. Yeah, manuals and diagrams. They have every one they've ever made. They have all the schematics and stuff. I think this is the one I got. Aqua M5D. So yeah, you can go back and here, I'll click on that. You can, if you buy one of the Pure Water Society units, you can get a manual for it from them people. They're still around. And then I think somewhere on the website you can send in units to get them repaired by basically factory repair. So this is a spigot I gotta get. The guy can't remember what the name of it was. I need to get a spigot. And this almost looks like something that would go into a jar or something like that. Right here. A glass jar, maybe. I'll have to look around. Well, yeah, I'll have to look around. Maybe this is the drain. Yeah, the drain for to clean out stuff. So I got some looking to do. I don't want to go through this whole manual because it's probably still copyright. But so yeah, that's my water distiller adventure. Yeah, M5D. M5D. All the way from eBay to the guy packing it up and going through heck. So this seller, JM Enterprise, he really goes the extra mile. He's got 180 positive. I gotta give him one too. Positive. Yeah, he's selling different stuff. So yeah. So there we go. There's the water distiller adventure. I better end this video. It's getting a little long. So yeah, I also did this video so I can have a record. So when I get that unit, if that video goes away, I have a backup copy. So thanks there, JM Enterprise, and appreciate all the extra effort you went to, and I got a good chance of getting this thing up and running for my other projects. Appreciate it.